Week, our country mourns the loss of an outstanding human being, President Jimmy Carter. Is renowned not so much for his presidency, but for his faith-filled humanitarian work around the globe after his presidency. President Carter and his wife, Mrs. Roslin, have become quite famous for their work with Habitat for Humanity. They established and led the work project for the Habitat. Each year, it brings together 1,000 or so volunteers for a week-long housing renovation blitz, alternating in some years in the United States of America, alternate years at a foreign destination. On the ground level, the Carters, with their extended family, have worked alongside over 100,000 volunteers in the past 40 years. They have built, renovated, or repaired nearly 4,500 homes in 40 countries. And they have also raised awareness of the critical need for affordable housing everywhere. President Jimmy and Mrs. Roslin are great examples of generosity. They commit themselves with passion, with this deep, sincere passion to a humanitarian cause that they have served for over half their lives. And they did this as people of deep faith, as evangelical Christians. And I must add that they left the Southern Baptist denomination of their upbringing when it turned away from Christianity and adopted Christo-facto instead. Now, affordable housing is still a crucial need today in the United States, including in our very own Livingston County. Officially, our county reports about 700 people experiencing homelessness at some time in the 2023 counting period. However, non-governmental organizations like the Salvation Army, the St. de Paul Society, and Catholic Charities dispute how low that official number is, since they have documented many more calls and intakes than the official statistics. And so CUUB's social justice team has been working with Chilson Hills Baptist this year on affordable housing, and will be working with these other groups in this new year to establish a short-term emergency housing shelter by next winter. We had a meeting the Friday before Christmas, and that is our goal. That's also a great example of that we're going to be involved with this year. President Carter was also a staunch advocate for the Equal Rights Amendment. This is another example of President Carter's generosity. He worked tirelessly for the human rights and common good of all people, all genders, all races, all religions. President Biden authorizing the ERA would be an awesome example of generosity. And you're sending out these postcards would be a great example of generosity as well. The ERA would guarantee full gender equality for half of our nation's people and protect them from Project 2025. And the ERA will also protect transgender individuals from gender-based discrimination of any kind. CUUB has its own example of great generosity from this last year. So many of you helped out to rehab the rental house next door in preparation for its sale. It took months and months of work and weekends and evenings and days of helpful hands and hard work to get everything done. Would all of you involved in that project please stand up? Thank you for your generosity. Generosity is a shared Unitarian Universalist value. And I forgot my prop. You have the new UUA brochures on the shared Unitarian Universalist values that were passed out when you came in to service today. Please take them home and read them. Our shared Unitarian Universalist values are centered in love. And our values are justice, equity, transformation, JET, pluralism, interdependence, and generosity, PIG. In other words, JET, PIG. I use the mnemonic device to remember the sequence of words. As Unitarian Universalists, we cultivate of gratitude and of hope. We share our time, we share our treasures, we share our talents, we share our passions freely with other people. And together, we seek the common good as we build the beloved community with others in our larger communities. So you might have guessed that there is a reason why I am preaching on generosity on this particular Sunday. We here at CUUB begin our annual stewardship campaign today. And the highlight, the 25th anniversary celebration of CUUB, Saturday afternoon, February 1st, some 4 weeks from now at 2 p.m. Mark your calendars for that festivity. I and CUUB's leadership team are asking for your generosity to support CUUB's mission and vision in this year of 2025. We're committed to spiritual exploration for children and adults so that we all become more loving people. Of course, means that we're paying Jen a salary for her excellent work with the children and youth, and also all the spiritual exploration materials and supplies, not just those little things that she brings in the pretty red cookie box. We are committed to inspiring Sunday services that ground us in spiritual community and guide us in love. This includes my salary and the stipends that we pay for our guest speakers. We're committed to social justice. We seek to transform our living city and beyond into the beloved community. We work for a world where all people, with no exception, with no discrimination, have the food that they need, the housing to live in, shelter, clothing, healthcare, education, employment. We want everyone not just to survive, not just to eke by, but want to thrive and live their fullest possible lives in love. We are committed to sustaining our property as a green sanctuary. Here, we learn to tread lightly on Mother Earth. We assemble for services and meetings, and we also play pickleball in the new pickleball court downstairs. And of course, we have the reopened play studio as well, Fridays, 4:30 to 6:30. In order to do that, we have to pay for our building's maintenance, utilities, printing, office supplies, electricity. Have you guys seen your home electric bills lately, your home gas bills lately? Well, think of that on CUUB's scope, CUUB size. Now, all of this work also includes our bookkeeper's, Jenny's, salary. She manages our finances, pays our bills, writes our checks, maintains our files, prints our OOSs and other documents, and calls me on Thursday mornings when there's some sort of weird issue come up that needs attention. We're committed to an inclusive multiracial democracy for the United States. Estados Unidos, Ichimukuman Ake, in the Ojibwe language. As Unitarian Universalists, we believe that people of all races, all ethnicities, all genders, all sexual orientations, all religions are truly welcome. and loving members of our one great human family. That makes America great. You will be receiving placards after worship services today. So I invite you to consider, what does CUUB mean to you? How important is CUUB in your life? For this year, what time, treasures, talent are you willing to share with CUUB? The stewardship team will be passing out your individualized pledge cards during coffee hour, and cottage meetings will be held in subsequent weeks. At these small group meetings, you have the opportunity to ask any questions you want about your pledges, about CUUB's budget, about CUUB's future. With your generosity, please support CUUB and its ministries this year. Thank you.